What's up, guys? Here we are playing on the Luxon side of Fort Aspenwood, and I am playing as a Necromancer with weakened knees as my elite. So this is a Curses spell, in which they will take -4 health degeneration, and also take 10 damage while moving. So I'm pairing this together with some other assassin skills like Enduring Toxin for some additional degeneration, which will renew if they are moving once that hex is supposed to end. So this build kind of relies on hexing enemies and having them kind of move around for these hexes to work nicely. I do also have some knockdown skills. I have Iron Palm, so if they're suffering from a hex or condition, I can touch them and they'll get knocked down. And then for a dual knockdown that can follow up with this lead attack will be Entangling Asp. Entangling Asp will also deal poison, so I can use this Signet of Toxic Shock, and then they'll take some pretty good damage too. So I'm kind of running Curses, Soul Reaping, and Deadly Arts here. But I also brought Insidious Parasite with me to kind of deal with some melee physical damage, Rip Enchantment, and then to help me with my health and energy, I have Signet of Lost Souls. So pretty fun. I'm a fan of these assassin skills. This requires some kind of splitting up of my attribute points. But overall, this build works pretty nicely. So we have a pretty good team balance overall. We have quite a few elementalists, so we should be able to smash through these gates pretty quickly. And hopefully we'll be able to take out Master Architect Gunther. There you can kind of see this dual knockdown in effect, and then with Signet of Toxic Shock taking out that Kurzicks elementalist at the gate. This elementalist that I'm facing right here is running Hexbreaker, so I do have to kind of watch out for that. My next hex will not work on them. And so far, not a lot of physical damage targets that I can cast Insidious Parasite on. There's always these NPCs like these Kurzicks warriors that'll work nicely against. And also I'll get healed from it as well, so that's always helpful. You can see as that Mesmer is kind of moving, he's taking that 10 damage from weakened knees. Just some nice additional damage along with the degeneration. And weakened knees recharges pretty quickly, so I can keep on spamming it on different targets. But I'm really getting hit with this Wastrel's Demise and Wastrel's Worry a lot. So I do need to make sure I can keep on casting so those don't damage me too much. Luckily as a Necromancer, Soul Reaping keeps my energy up, so it's pretty easy for me to just keep on spamming skills. And I always have the option of using my Signet too if I'm out of energy, in case I'm hexed with Wastrel's Worry or Demise. Let's see if we can knock down this monk here. Get a nice dual knockdown on him. And then really just try to switch off targets and spread my hexes as much as possible. So this also would work nicely if I did have melee on my team, because then the enemies would probably be kiting a lot more, running away. In which case, they would be taking damage from those weakened knees and perhaps take advantage of this reapply of my first skill. Our pressure is pretty good in this game. Every time I switch off on targets, you can see that they're all pretty low at this point. We do have both of our siege turtles up here, so that's definitely helping us out. Oh, but we do have this melee monk that's actually using a hammer. Perhaps taking advantage of that anniversary hammer. Again, this dual knockdown is just a lot of fun. They don't expect it. Getting knocked down once maybe, but then a second time. It's quite embarrassing. Try to rip enchantments when I see them as well. And now we're through this green gate. These gatekeepers here, inside of green gate, they will attack, so casting Insidious Parasite will be useful here. Luckily I can knock him down before he gets that Protected Spirit up. But their team does have lots of heals, so this will probably be a little bit of a prolonged battle. Luckily I have pretty good energy management with Signet of Lost Souls, so I should be able to stay here and keep on casting. The worst is when you're in these types of battles and you're just at 0 energy and you're just standing there kind of wanding enemies. But luckily here that doesn't happen. This build does kind of lack any type of AoE damage. It's all kind of single target. But it is pretty effective at single target damage. With good degeneration, good ability to knock down, spread a little bit of poison. Another timely knockdown on the monk there. Now it's just Gunther. So this game's looking pretty good for us. And it looks like this will be a win. So, cheers, thanks for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for more content. Peace.